What is going on, WWE Universe? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. And tonight I reveal the results of tonight's WWE Extreme Rules. And Extreme Rules was presented by TAPOUT, available now at Aeropostale and at TAPOUT.com. And we would also like to send a special thanks to Dead Sara for Heaven's Got a Back Door, available now on iTunes and Spotify. Alright guys, we're gonna kick things off with the kickoff show. One of the matches that was actually announced as on the kickoff show, as Andrade Cien Almas went one-on-one with Sin Cara. And I honestly though, I want to point out that these two superstars were friends for years, but for some reason something happened to Andrade. But the match ended when Zelina Vega, as always, got involved in the match and helped Almas pin Sin Cara with a hammerlock DDT again to pick up the victory. So, congrats to Andrade Cien Almas. Alright guys, from there we move on to the tables match as Sanity, Eric Young, Killian Dane, and Alexander Wolf took on the New Day in a tables match. Now the first team to put one member of the opposing team through a table wins. It's pretty simple, pretty standard. This was pure chaos. But we all knew that Sanity was going to put a member of the New Day through a table, and that's what happened when Sanity put Kofi Kingston through a table. Alright, so from there we move on to the Raw Tag Team titles as the Deleters of Worlds defended the titles against the B Team and of all the tag teams. I can't believe that I'm gonna say this, but the B Team, but Bo Dallas of the B Team pinned Matt Hardy with a draping neckbreaker to win the Raw Tag Team titles. Obviously, Hardy and Wyatt are so pissed off right now. No doubt they're going to get their rematch at some point. Hopefully it's going to be at SummerSlam, which we found out earlier tonight that it'll be August 19th. So, no doubt NXT TakeOver Brooklyn will be on Saturday, August 18th, which I will be doing a review on. I'll be doing a review on the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn match card after TakeOver, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And yeah, again, no doubt Hardy and Wyatt are gonna get their rematch at some point, so we'll see. So from there we move on to a match that was been asked who's stronger, Finn Balor or Baron Corbin? Well, we found out earlier tonight that Finn Balor is the stronger of the two when he defeated Constable Baron Corbin with a roll-up pin to get the pinfall victory. Baron Corbin was obviously not happy. Alright, so from there we move on to a match that once again has a lot of controversy, as Carmella defended her SmackDown Women's Championship against Asuka with James Ellsworth in a shark cage. Obviously James Ellsworth got involved. First, he took a chain out of his jacket pocket, and tried to give it to Carmella. Then he tried giving some sort of spray to Carmella, and that backfired. And then he decided to escape, which pretty much led to Asuka attacking James Ellsworth, but unfortunately it was all in vain because Carmella pushed Asuka into the shark cage, and she picked up the victory to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. Obviously, Paige is not going to be happy, but we'll see what happens on Tuesday. And speaking of controversy, we move on to the United States Championship as Jeff Hardy defended the United States title against Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, as soon as the ring announcer left the ring, Jeff Hardy had his back turned. The referee had his back turned. Shinsuke Nakamura hit Jeff Hardy with a low blow. The bell rings. Kinshasa, 1, 2, 3, new U.S. champion in Shinsuke Nakamura. But Randy Orton, we ended up getting the return of the Viper, Randy Orton, and he decided to attack Jeff Hardy. We don't know what that was about, but we will definitely find out on SmackDown Live this Tuesday. Alright guys, from there we move on to a match that is probably one of the most insane things I had ever seen as Kevin Owens went one-on-one with the Monster in the Bank, Braun Strowman, in a steel cage. Now, the closing moments of the match, Kevin Owens had handcuffed Braun Strowman to the ring rope, and Kevin Owens decided to give Braun Strowman a little DX suck it. And he also decided to blow Braun Strowman a kiss. Like that. And that pissed Strowman off, ripped the cuff off, and they both climbed to the top of the cage. And of all the things that Braun Strowman has done to people, this is probably by far the most insane thing he had ever done. He grabbed Kevin Owens by the throat and chokeslammed him from the top of the cage onto the ring floor, onto the announce table. Thus, Kevin Owens' feet hit the floor, and so Kevin Owens won that one. But was it? But what I'm curious to know is, was it even worth it? Alright guys, from there we move on to the SmackDown Tag Team titles as the Bludgeon Brothers defended the titles against Team Hell No. Now earlier in the show, the Bludgeon Brothers had attacked Team Hell No and literally almost destroyed Kane's leg with one of their mallets. So Daniel Bryan almost went at it alone, but even though Kane came in and tried to get involved in the match, the Bludgeon Brothers still defeated Team Hell No to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Alright guys, so from there we move on to a match to determine who is the alpha male of Monday Night Raw, as Bobby Lashley went one-on-one with the big dog Roman Reigns. Obviously, Roman Reigns is no longer the big dog because Bobby Lashley pinned Roman Reigns with a spear after Roman Reigns was about to hit Bobby Lashley with a spear of his own. Alright guys, so from there we move on to the Extreme Rules match as Alexa Bliss defended her Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax. Now obviously, Mickie James and Natalya both got involved in the match, as did Ronda Rousey. If you guys remembered my prediction video from last week, I mentioned that Ronda Rousey was going to be at ringside, and she was a woman of her word. Although her 30-day suspension ends this Wednesday, no doubt Ronda Rousey will be back, not tomorrow night on Raw, but next week on Raw. So this match was literally chaotic. And honestly, chaotic isn't even the word, but Mickie James helped Alexa Bliss defeat Nia Jax to retain the Raw Women's Championship. Alright guys, from there we move on to the WWE Championship, which was part of SmackDown Live's main event, as AJ Styles defended the WWE Championship against Rusev, and obviously Aiden English tried to get involved. That backfired, and so the closing moments of the match was AJ Styles hit Aiden English with a baseball slide like drop kick, and he hit Rusev with a phenomenal forearm to retain the WWE Championship. Hats off to Rusev for giving it his best, but of course AJ Styles, he is indeed phenomenal. Alright guys, so from there we move on to Raw's main event, which is for the Intercontinental title, as Dolph Ziggler defended against Seth Rollins in a 30-minute Iron Man match. Now, the first 5-10 minutes of the match, Seth Rollins had picked up 2 falls. And obviously Drew McIntyre got involved and gave Seth Rollins a 3rd fall, but that only gave Dolph Ziggler the advantage, and it was a 4. Literally, the match was back and forth. The timer had went out, and so the final score was 4-4. And so as soon as Dolph Ziggler was about to leave the arena, Kurt Angle comes out, and he says that this match was going to be going into overtime. Obviously, Drew McIntyre got involved, and so Dolph Ziggler picked up the victory. And speaking of Kurt Angle, for those who did not watch Extreme Rules tonight, there's been Kurt Angle requested an interview during Extreme Rules to give Brock Lesnar an ultimatum. He said that either Brock Lesnar shows up tomorrow night on Raw to discuss Brock's next title defense, or Kurt Angle will strip him of the Universal title. Obviously, it's obvious that Brock Lesnar doesn't care about the WWE, which doesn't really surprise me, seeing as the fact that Roman Reigns is indeed the uncrowned Universal Champion, but we will find out tomorrow night on Raw. Alright guys, that is going to do it for the Extreme Rules results. Hope you guys enjoyed. Post comments below, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, and bell me for more WWE and YuGiOh videos. And on that, this is your boy Nash here, signing out.